it. I love technology.
Okay, so hi everyone. We're a few minutes.
Hello.
It took us 3 tries to get this new connection between Zoom and Facebook working, and we had a little bit of technical background help. So thanks for your patience. I think that calls for a drink.
It certainly does, even though, yeah, mine's not as exciting today.
Which, this is the first time. So first of all, really great to be back. We've had a few weeks off over the holidays, and I hope that everybody has had great holidays. We want to hear more about it, so share your stories. But now, as part of the new year, we've been doing this series for the past couple of weeks, New Year, New You, New You. And as continuation of that, the Alphaweibchen team is starting a detox program tomorrow. And this is kind of an interesting case study in how different people prepare for things, because Peggy essentially started detoxing today, even though the program starts tomorrow. So, Peggy, what did you cut out of your diet already today?
Well, the very first thing I cut out was my coffee, which was very difficult. And I had tea, which I don't particularly like. I cut out the bread and the egg and basically just had nuts that I ate today. And so, yeah, so my mimosa is actually plain water.
And meanwhile, I'm here and I'm frantically going through the kitchen and eating everything that I'm not allowed to eat again after tomorrow. So cheese and pizza and, cookies. And then I had wine with lunch today. Now I'm having a mimosa for now. And I plan to just continue it until pretty much midnight. And so stocking up on all the bad stuff so that I can get it out of my system starting tomorrow.
That's really funny because I get myself mentally prepared today for tomorrow. And so then I figured I have to, leave some stuff out. That's my preparation for the actual detox.
See, and yeah, my preparation is making sure I get enough of the good stuff. I even had an espresso at 5 o'clock, which is way too late for espresso for me.
I felt like when you told me today that I actually did it already, I said, this feels to me like when I always pack in the evening before I go on a plane or something. Maybe I'm that kind of person that I do these funny preparation things.
So the funny thing is the headache's going to hit you earlier than me, but that means you're probably going to also be feeling better sooner than I am. So on day 4, when I'm still going, oh, you're going to be like, I feel good.
Yeah, we will see, and we will share our experiences, of course, of
Yes.
how it goes, because it's been a while since I did detox, a real long time. So,
Well, and I'm actually hopeful because I did the 7-day one in December, so I'm thinking it shouldn't be as brutal this time. So I'm going for a 14-day program this time to see if I can hold that through. So by the way, if anybody wants to join us on this journey, let us know. We're happy to share the program and the plan, and we'll give you updates each day and some tips on what we're doing to get through and how things are feeling, and keep you informed. But so that's what we have ahead. One of the things, and a new exciting topic. We've got an episode publishing on Tuesday this week.
exactly. And it's about it's toxic rehab, right? And so it fits really well with what we're talking about today. It's
Mhm.
about getting rid of certain things in your life that maybe you don't want to have there anymore. Or maybe you shouldn't have there anymore. Also, not only you don't want them, but perhaps it's better not to have them in your life.
And we have a question actually, what is detox? And so, really good question. Essentially, the idea of detox, and the one that we're doing is kind of two-pronged. It's very intensely diet focused. And so, get rid of all of the toxins that you're putting into your body, the physical side of detoxification. And so, caffeine, sugar is a huge toxin, alcohol, animal products, gluten, all of that we cut out of our diet. And it really is focused on almost purely fruits and vegetables. And so you're really only intaking super healthy stuff for a certain period of time. And then there's a day of cleansing as well, where you do a thorough body cleanse and you're only on liquids for a day. And the idea is just to get all of this bad stuff out of your system. And then the other element of the program is more of, I would say, a mind and soul detoxification. And so it's really focused on self-reflection and journaling and taking the time to meditate and to think things through. And that's where also our episode on Tuesday that we're publishing is more about those other types of toxic influences in your life. What types of things do you have in your life that are bad for you? And what do you need to do about them?
Well, and I think very important is, of course, to even realize that it is not good for you. A lot of times we get so used to all this toxic stuff around us that we don't even know that it is toxic. And it's the important thing is to realize when is something not good for me anymore? When does it make me feel bad? It could be people, it could be your surroundings. It could be like you have your mobile phone on all night next to you in your bed, and in the morning, you first thing you look at that. All these kind of things that are in your life, basically, that can be toxic.
Yeah. And so it's a way to kind of reset all of that and say, okay, let's especially now being in a new year, and we've been talking about what are our goals for the year. And it's a way to reset and start over and say, okay, I've got a whole new year ahead of me. I want to start it off right. And so get rid of as much of that bad stuff as I can and start establishing those new habits that we've been talking about that make me a healthier, happier person, instead of just continuing to keep this stuff in our life that we've gotten used to. Right. And so I'm excited. It's funny because I know that the detox program, it's not really fun. But I'm super excited about it because it feels like a good thing to do and a good way to kick this year off in a positive, with a positive manner.
Yeah, and the thing is also we're all sitting at home, right? So it's much easier to do detox actually when you're not on the run, traveling or in the office, when it's more difficult when you're around people. Because I do fasten more than just the detox, more like if you don't eat anything at all. And that has been really hard when you're around people. And if you're at home, you can just much more easily adapt to your daily routine, I would say. And then you don't have so many people around you eating all this delicious stuff that you would like to eat. And you're there, it's just like, hello, water.
Well, and I think that it's also easier when you're at home the whole time because it is intense. I mean, you go through a few days where you're not feeling good and you're tired and you're missing energy. And even just the cooking. I mean, if you want to make the super detox broth, which I swear by, I couldn't get through this program without this detox broth. I think I put something like 18 different vegetables into it, and then it cooks for an hour. So you suck out all the vitamins and you've got then this broth to drink during the course of the days. And that takes time, right? And so you have
Preparation. Yeah.
Mhm.
Sorry, I interrupted.
Let's talk goals for a minute. And so I don't know if everybody has seen our Instagram stories over the past week. But we're really trying to focus in on, commit to your goals. And it's one of the things that we're all challenged by is when we start a new year, we have all these big plans that we say, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. And then 3 weeks later, we forget that we wanted to do it and we stop investing in it. And so we started a series now where you post a story on social media with your top 3 goals or just 3 goals that are important to you, and you publicly commit. Okay. And so, if you're on our live today and you haven't seen that post, go back and look at it on Instagram, because this is an opportunity and we would love to see your stories. We would like to know what you're committing to. And so tag us in your stories and commit to your goals, because it really is scientifically proven that public commitment makes it more likely that you're going to fulfill those goals. And I've seen a couple of different studies on this. Some of them say that you're 65% more likely to achieve something that you've publicly committed to. And that's a huge boost. And so don't miss the opportunity. Join us on this.
Yes, and bring some friends in. Tell your friends that you can nominate friends that you think maybe they want to change something in their life and just come up with some new goals. Then tag them and tell them that, come on, be part of it. Then it could be much more fun if you're all together.
Well, and especially then you can help each other be accountable, right? And so like when Peggy calls me and says, hey, have you done your Spanish yet today? Because that was one of your goals. If I'm a little bit slow with it that day, that kind of helps me go back and say, yeah, she's right. I said I was going to do this. I'm going to do it now. And so getting friends involved certainly helps as well. So the other thing is I posted yesterday this real talk, Peggy, about meeting goals and trying to be a little bit hard, because sometimes we need some real talk to get us moving. And I just wanted to reference, because I had somebody question me about what that was all about. And it really is coming from this methodology by a psychologist named Gabriella Oettinger. And she's developed this methodology called WOOP, right? WOOP. And what it stands for is it's wish, outcome, obstacle, and plan. And I love this methodology because it's 4 simple steps. And it starts with really, okay, what do I want? What is my wish? And my wish for this year, for example, is to learn to really speak Spanish. And then you stop and you say, okay, what does that look like? What's the outcome that I want to achieve? And what I see is a year from now, 12 months from now, being able to walk into town in Mallorca and have a basic conversation with local people. What it looks like to me is more social connections, the opportunity to work with people here locally and just, be more a part of everyday life. And so you think about that outcome that you want, and that's the first O. And then the second O is obstacle. So it's like, what's in my way? What might prevent me from reaching that outcome? And this is important because, we all think that positivity is the winner. And positivity is great, but you can't only be positive. You have to recognize the negatives in life because otherwise they take you by surprise and they throw you off course. And so really thinking about what's in the way of me getting there and then developing a plan. And so, I know that one of the things in my way of learning Spanish is simply making the time each day to do it. And so I need to plan for that. And I need to say, okay, I'm going to establish a habit of doing at least 10 minutes first thing in the morning. And B, if I have, my half an hour session twice a week in the afternoons, and I'm feeling down and I don't want to do it, then my plan is going to be to just open my Spanish book, even when I don't want to, right? And so I know that I'm going to feel that way. What am I going to do when that happens? And I think this is a great way to really move forward and move from just a goal to actually executing on that goal. So have you started whooping any of your goals yet, Peggy?
Yeah, got me there. Well, one of my goals was that I buy too many books that I don't finish reading. And so I have one book, I put the others aside, and every time I want to really look at the other ones, because I love to have like 5 books on the table, which sometimes it can be helpful, but sometimes it just doesn't help at all because it messes up your brain. And so now I don't open the other books, I just have that one and I read that one. I'm still struggling with my other goal to get my baby Blue, my little Pomeranian crazy girl, to follow me. That's still hard. She's so cute. I watched Ciso Milan today. And there was this one guy, and he had also a little cute doggy, and he said, "Look at her face. You cannot be mean to her." It's like, I can feel you. So that goal I have to, I have to do whoop with that.
Reaching your goals isn't an easy thing, but we can do things to make it simpler.
Well, I have that thing in my mind. I have that vision of me, going for a walk, and I have this beautiful little black Pomeranian next to me, and she just walks directly next to me.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
So
yeah,
that's a good
that's a good
vision.
vision.
Figure out what's in the way and how do you address it. And that's actually the interesting thing about this positive thinking is they say that if you focus too much only on the vision, it actually decreases your likelihood of getting there. Because when you focus intensely only on the positive outcome and you ignore all of the other stuff, then you start to feel like you've already achieved it, even though you haven't.
Yeah, makes sense actually. Yeah.
Oh, super
I'm
logical.
the only one who has the vision. She doesn't. So- okay, does anyone have some ideas as well? Did we get some?
No, I haven't seen any yet, but I know a lot of people are kind of logging off after the fact. So if you're listening on the replay, go ahead and put in your comments. Share your goals here or share them in an Instagram story and tag us so we don't miss it. And I think that's something that we could sign up for too, Peggy. Or we could pick some of our frequent listeners and say, okay, we're going to follow your journey and make sure that you're really delivering as well.
Yeah. Yes, we can do that. Do you have one in already in your mind?
No, I've seen a couple of really cool stories come through today. And so I think, should we give it another week? And then at the end of the week, we'll go through
Oh,
and we'll
yes.
pick and
Yeah.
say, this strikes a chord with us. We're going to follow this and help
Yeah.
program.
I'm in. I'm in. I love that.
Okay. I think to that, I will drink. You
Yes, me too.
overachiever. And then, yeah, so we have an exciting week. We've got our new episode coming on Tuesday. And then we've got a series of posts coming up. So follow the Instagram account. You're going to be seeing some tips about toxic rehab, right?
Some very interesting tips about that.
And then next week, I think that we can talk more about it. And we're meeting at 11 o'clock on Sunday. And it will be a German session. Is that right?
It will be a German session, and are we gonna have alcohol then?
Hope that we have a guest for that one, but I don't have a confirmation yet. So
Yeah, anyway, it's gonna be German, and we're really looking forward to see you then.
exactly. All right, guys, have a great Sunday evening or Sunday day, depending which time zone you're in. And we will see you on social media and next Sunday at 11.
Bye
Thanks.
bye.